Hello everybody and welcome to my tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make this felt flag. Stay to the end for bloopers. So to start, you'll need 3 colors of felt: a base, backing, and detail color. Then you'll need a pair of scissors, marker or Sharpie, embroidery thread, and a needle. Or alternatively, you can use a glue gun or some form of glue. Make a reference sketch on a piece of paper and grab your base felt. On one side, measure the height, and on the opposite side, make a mark at half the height. Then use a ruler to connect the lines and form a triangle. Use your scissors to cut just on the inside of your lines, and then make a rectangle with the same height as your flag, about 3 inches wide. Then you can mark a 1/4 inch inward on either side and lay your flag on top, marking the stick out bits. Trace your triangle on a spare piece of paper and lay out a rough sketch of your reference design, then fill in the details. Once you've done that, you can cut your shapes out and lay them on the felt. Now this is super important. Make sure they're flipped upside down so the marker will be on the back. Once you get them flipped, fit them together like puzzle pieces. Leave no space unused so you don't waste your fancy felt. You'll see here I made the mistake of tracing them right side up. Thankfully, I had only cut out 1 letter before I realized it. It's a reminder that even after years of crafting, you still make mistakes. You'll see how upset I am here. After cutting your pieces out, you can carefully lay them on the flag and pin them in place. Now, if you're going for no-sew or just hate pins, you can glue the letters down. I'm using a back stitch for the lettering, however you can also just use a simple running stitch, as long as you remember to make a smaller stitch when you get to a curved area. If you need to attach another string, either tie a knot or tie it to the old string, as close as you can to the base of the fabric. Using your handy-dandy marker, draw loops surrounding your name and make sure to leave room for the decorations. This time, I'm actually going in with a running stitch. It's really reminding me of sashiko. By the way, sashiko I recommend if you're just learning to sew and want a beginner-friendly project. Add in your decoration. You don't have to follow your reference, just make sure you place the biggest items first and slowly work smaller and smaller. I also filled in the spaces with small star embroidery, which is just 2 overlapping stitches. Then, taking your backing fabric, you'll trace the triangle, leaving a 1/2 inch wide rectangle on the end. If the lines look really wonky, go over them with a ruler before cutting them out. Then attach the base on the backing either with glue or a blanket stitch like I'm doing. Near the top, use progressively smaller and smaller stitches before turning it and continuing. The first stitch will go into the same stitch hole, if that makes sense. Just do what I do here. Once you get to the end, stab the needle through the base and back up, the back, before continuing the blanket stitch. I attached the rectangle with a back stitch on the front first, and then a whip stitch on the back. Seal the top with a back stitch or your choice of stitch and use 2 slip knots on the back before putting the thread into the tube and cutting it nice and short, but it's hidden and pretty. Congratulations! You made it! And as promised, the bloopers. Most people make things look easy. I make them look hard. Ooh, oh no. For this craft, you're going to need kind of 3 main felt thingies. Yeah, we're doing voiceover. I apologize in advance for the amazing video quality. Oh jeez. Don't breathe, don't breathe, don't breathe.
Jeez. Okay, you get the idea. Ta-da, ta-da, oh, jeez.